Tonight on Ctv3 News, search underway after canoe capsizes in Cayo District. Elodio Aragon Jr. resigns as the UDP's standard bearer for Orange Walk East, who will go up against PUP's Kevin Bernard. And Resilient Rural Belize promotes backyard farming in rural communities through pilot project valued at over $400,000. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Friday, January 31st, 2025.
The New World screwworm is a serious threat to livestock, pets, wildlife, and even humans. It begins when a female fly lays her eggs in a wound or mucous membranes of a live, warm-blooded animal. These eggs hatch into larvae that burrow into the flesh and feed on living tissue, causing severe damage if left untreated.
Monitoring your animals regularly is key. Check your livestock and pets for any wounds. No matter how small, even something as tiny as a tick bite can attract New World screwworm flies.
Clean and treat all wounds immediately. Keep them covered and monitor them for any signs of infection or larva. Early treatment is critical to stopping screwworm infestations. If you suspect an infestation, notify your local authority, PAHA, BLPA, or the Ministry of Agriculture right away. Quick action can prevent the spread and protect your livestock and community.
Together, we can protect our livestock industry by preventing New World screwworm from entering Belize. Stay vigilant, treat wounds, and report any signs to the proper authorities. Stay informed, stay protected.
Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. Police Constable DeAndre Reed was officially dismissed from the force this week after pleading guilty to charges of discharging a firearm without authorization. The case stems from a tragic event that occurred on May 28, 2024 at the residence of the Governor General, where Reed fired a government-issued 9mm Glock pistol, resulting in the death of a canine belonging to the Governor General. Reed appeared before a tribunal on May 24, 2024, where he pleaded guilty under the Police Act, believing he would receive a mere $250 fine, a decision that was reportedly recommended by the adjudicator. However, in a surprising turn of events, the Commissioner of Police, during a press conference on Wednesday, affirmed that the tribunal recommended Reed's dismissal, a decision he upheld. The matter went before the tribunal. The tribunal found him guilty, dismissal was recommended, and I upheld the decision of the adjudicator. The Commissioner stated when questioned about the incident. For context, here is his comment.
The matter went before a tribunal. The tribunal found him guilty. Dismissal was recommended, and I upheld the decision of the adjudicator. I believe that, and I'm sure that the public in a whole is going to agree, that if you have a policeman who deliberately follows a dog and shoot and kill the dog, something wrong with you.
But hadn't there been diary entries about this dog being a fierce little dog, and he tended to give the officers who served duty there, tended to give them trouble?
Even if that were the case, At the particular moment when the dog was shot, that was not the case.
Sir, but
So-
did you pay special attention to this case because it's a head of state? Because we know that when the puppies were killed or the dog was shot, Nipsey was shot, not killed, and they shot one on Pixock Street. Those officers aren't dismissed, sir.
Again, Jules, you have to look at every situation based on the facts, the circumstances under which they occur. And in all the cases you mentioned just now, the circumstances are different.
But the Compo's declaration contradicts accounts that suggest Reed, in pleading guilty, never anticipated termination from the force. Official notes from the tribunal have revealed that Reed entered his guilty plea with the expectation of a fine rather than facing dismissal. A leaked report of the tribunal's findings outlines the details of Reed's sentencing. According to the report, Reed was given an opportunity to present his mitigation, which was supported by presenter ASP Mejia, Deputy OC Belmopan, relating to his good character, hard work, and dedication as an officer. His record only reflects one absence without leave. He was fined as follows: $250 to be deducted in 2 equal installments of $125 each on June 30, 2024 and July 31, 2024. He was further advised in relation to Section 24(9) of the Police Act, a sentence proposed to be imposed by any superior officer or other person delegated by the Commissioner of Police shall be notified to the Commissioner by the office or person and be subject to the approval of the Commissioner, who may confirm or remit the whole or any part thereof, or may enhance it, or may substitute any other sentence that is authorized to be imposed under this section. He was also advised in relation to Sections 26(1) and 26(2) of the new disciplinary procedure rules relating to the review of the verdict of the Commissioner of Police and Advisory Council. As it pertains to the incident, video footage released to the public provide further insight into the shooting. The video shows a dog approaching the officer at the door moments before Reed exits to check the surroundings. As the dog returns, Reed is seen discharging his weapon, resulting in the dog lying motionless at the entrance. Today, the Commissioner was pressed more on the incident. He clarified his mistake, saying nobody is infallible.
Previous interview, you said that you upheld the tribunal's decision to dismiss PC Reed when documents now show that only a $250 fine was recommended. Who gave the order to dismiss PC Reed?
That is really, I won't say a stupid question. But the only person who has authority to dismiss police officers is the Commissioner of Police. So I think the question is somewhat rhetorical. Nonetheless, you see how many times all of your media houses would post information that is inaccurate. To some extent, the inaccuracy could cause persons to go into psychiatric shock. It simply means that we're human beings. Nobody is infallible. I deal with many things every day. I read several notes of evidence on a daily basis. And certainly after the news, somebody called me and said, no, boss, it was not that the adjudicator recommended dismissal. Reed pled guilty and he was fined, and you were the one who upped the penalty. And I said, oh yes, and the next day morning when I went to work, I did check the file, and indeed, I erred in saying that the adjudicator recommended dismissal. But again, the law provides, the Police Act, that in circumstances where the Commissioner believes that the punishment demeted by the tribunal is either too lenient, he can up it, and if it is too harsh, he can reduce it. And so in the circumstances, considering the nature of what the officer did, I exercised my power under the Police Act, and I upped the punishment from a fine to a dismissal.
So, was it necessary for the officer to be fired even though multiple diary entries confirmed the canine was aggressive in various occasions? That's what we asked the compole. However, he turned the tables on the media.
I was not aware of any previous issues. Like I said, I don't go to that level of micromanage. I don't do that. That would have been something perhaps the OC of the Belmopan police station would have been familiar with. But me personally, no, I did not know of that. But let's deal with the issue at hand. As I said before, even if it were that the dog was aggressive or had aggressed other officers, we have to look at the current situation. And the video was leaked. It is now in the public domain. I will ask you the questions. You saw the dog arrive at the door, right? The police was sitting down, correct? When the dog reached the door, the dog saw the police, correct? The dog made an about turn and retreated, correct? When the dog retreated, the police got up, went out of the booth, correct? And followed the dog, correct? And then he shot the dog. Did you see any aggression on the part of the dog?
I saw him.
No? Yes or no?
Inside.
Yes or no?
Yes.
I guess you saw a different video. I saw no aggression. I saw a situation where the dog arrived at the door, saw the police, retreated, and the police followed the dog and shot the dog. Wouldn't it be reasonable to say that when the dog retreated, the police should not have followed the dog? Would I be right to say that? Yes or no? Would I also be right to say that had he not followed the dog, then if what you were saying that the dog attacked him, that the dog would not have attacked him?
Sir, but you...
No, man, answer my question.
You...
Yes or no? Yes or no?
You would have been safe in the booth, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Am I not right to say that?
Didn't he
While the Commissioner of Police spoke warmly about PC Reed, it is left to be seen if he will return to the force.
We have to look at every issue based on the facts. The issue with the dog, Nipsey, that's what his name is? Yeah, Nipsey. I will have to check with PSP to see where they are with that matter. But again, we have to look at what was the circumstances. The officers who went to that house where Nipsey was shot, they went there to execute a search, I think, for motorcycles that they believe was stolen or something to that effect. And if my memory recalls right, I think the motorcycle was also found at the house. I am not sure if the dog attacked them or not, or what led to them shooting the dog. That matter is with PSD. In terms of the issue in Independence with the officer who you mentioned shot the man in the stomach, as I said on Wednesday, I have my opinion, but I'm going to keep my opinion to myself until the investigation is done. There is nothing to show or suggest that nothing is going to be done to the officer. It is still in the infantry stage, and so give us some time to be able to address that issue. But the thing with this whole issue, Mr. Lopez, is that I am sure that had I not taken the decision I took with Reed, and that video would have been leaked, some of the same people right now who are criticizing me for dismissing him would be criticizing me for not dismissing him. There are just some people out there who just always want to be opposing to decisions I make. I would want to give them a day to sit in my office and having to make the decisions that I have to make every day. And they will see how easy the head is that wears the crown. I do nothing to anybody out of no grudge or no ill feeling. I always try to discharge my duties to the best of my ability. I know that there are many times, due to the nature of my office that I hold, I will make unpopular decisions. I have to live with that.
So the family and friends of P.C. Reed are up in arms after he was dismissed from the formation. And while he lost his job, other officers who have committed major infractions remain in the force. Such is the case of the officer who shot and grievously injured a dog named Nipsey in Belize City last year, as is the case for the officer who butt-whipped a citizen in San Pedro. And most recently, an officer who shot a mentally unstable man in Independence last Friday. So where is the equity and why they remain employed? Compose says the cases are before a tribunal yet.
The police officer in question, P.C. Reed, he's not a bad police.
Yeah.
That's the truth. He came from good family. His mother is a police officer as well. Very, very good police woman. She is reliable, dependable, high integrity. He came from good family. There are certain decisions that I have to make as Commissioner of Police that is not easily made, and it's not going to be popular. But I make those decisions because I think it's the right thing to do. This is one such decision. The family is aggrieved by the decision that I made. They have a right, which I believe they are currently doing, to appeal to the Advisory Council. The matter goes to the Advisory Council. The Advisory Council, if in their wisdom, decide that the dismissal was too harsh and reverse my decision to dismiss, I will be guided by the Advisory Council. Every day we have matters in the courts that judges dismiss, and the matters are appealed and go to the Court of Appeal and have different outcome. It does not mean that that decision maker is incompetent. It simply means that we are human beings and sometimes we don't make the right decision. I believe that what decision I made in this matter is the right one. But again, if I am overruled by the Advisory Council, I will be so guided and the policeman will get back his job without any kind of animosity against him. Because the truth is, like I said, he was a good police. He comes from good family.
Resilient Rural Belize RRB, in partnership with the Progressive Sugarcane Producers Association PSCPA, are currently engaged on a one-year program geared at empowering women and youth in Belize by boosting their knowledge in backyard gardening practices and improving their nutritional diet. The project intends to work with rural beneficiaries who will be trained in backyard garden production, with the goal of boosting eco-friendly management production. As part of the ongoing project, today the association hosted a training for future trainers in the areas of nutritional health and wellness, which forms a crucial part of the project.
RRB has engaged in a collaboration effort with the association, the Progressive Sugarcane Farmers Association, to implement, a project on backyard garden. This initiative is proposed by RRB and will be implemented by the association. We have a total of 579 beneficiaries across the country of Belize that will benefit from this project. And these are mainly people from villages, the rural areas. And this training is very important because we want to promote backyard garden, which includes the vegetable production, and also some of the beneficiaries have asked for poultry and others for pigs, and as the project wants to emphasize, the project wants to emphasize on the importance of these backyard projects, no? So as technical people or extension officers. Today we are here to receive this training on nutrition, and after we concluded the day, we will be prepared and ready to go and share with them what we learned, because it's not just to produce, but to know what we are consuming in our daily diets. Most of us do not know the importance of having an idea of what we are consuming, and the expert today is helping us to understand how we have to, even in that, we have to manage what we eat. It's not only to eat just for eating, because sometimes we eat bad. So it's very important today, and I'm very happy that this came about.
The training session was facilitated by nutrition expert Prisma Castro Bustillos, who shared with the participants the importance of a balanced diet and being able to differentiate between what is good versus what is harmful for our body.
I would be surprised that our country in general lacks the knowledge on nutrition. Basic stuff that are considered healthy. Not only the fact that they know that it's healthy, is that they don't choose healthy stuff. So you know that, for instance, an apple is healthy, but you would prefer to choose the chips over the apple. So it's not that you don't really know about it. Some people don't know, but some people choose. So basically, it's your choice whether you choose something healthy or you choose something that is unhealthy because of your preferences. And of course, taste-wise, you would, like we were mentioning a little while ago, you would obviously prefer junk food over a bowl of vegetables or fruits, right? So I wouldn't say that there are some people that have good knowledge on nutrition, but there are some people that have no idea of nutrition. Like if you would tell them something about fats and carbs, they were like, oh, those are demons in the fitness industry, in the food, nutrition and everything. Avoid them at all costs. But they don't know that our body needs these. Fats is good for brain health, carbohydrates for energy, protein for building muscle and repairing body tissue. So everything plays an important role in our body. So the fact that they choose not to opt for healthier options is up to them, because it's not that they don't know, it's that they don't choose them. But yes, like I mentioned, there are some people that have no idea. Like they don't know that fats are really good for your body.
Keeping the information simple ensures that all Belizeans are able to positively benefit from healthy eating and healthy habits, according to Castro.
Okay, well, this information, I will be honest, as long as you have some knowledge of using technology at the moment, even something as simple as Facebook or browsing the internet, you search anything, there is enough information that you can, and it's very simple to understand. So it's not that it's something difficult to learn. I mean, choosing between healthy and unhealthy shouldn't be an issue. You know, but again, we go down to choices and stuff. But it is super easy to learn. It's nothing very complicated unless you move into the tracking of calories, counting macros. That is more in detail. But choosing between healthy and unhealthy products should not be a problem.
As a stakeholder in the project, the Ministry of Agriculture seeks to improve the local food systems of low-income rural families in Belize by supporting sustainable and healthy food production through backyard gardens.
I believe we are going now into a period or in transition in many areas that we are growing our livestock or either our crops, where we have been working conventional or in a way that we have been using excess fertilizers, excess chemicals, excess or going into force them to grow. But this is a way on where we can grow at our backyard, and then we can grow and we know how we feed them and what we're consuming. One of the things that I have always asked when we do sessions for farmers, when we purchase our product, do we know what they have done to that product? If we grow it ourselves, we know exactly the fertilizers that we are using. It can either be commercial or organic. And what this program with RB is promoting is only organic, using what we have in our house, whole, and how to apply to our gardens. So I believe it is a way how we need to adapt for the best of our healthy lifestyle.
project is being carried out with a price tag of over $400,000 and is expected to be implemented in a period of 11 months. Coming up next, Muffles College High School opens its doors to the public for their biennial Science and Business Expo. Stay tuned.
Hi, my Orange Arcanios. Have you considered why areas of our town flood easily? It's no secret that developing areas in our town flood easily due to clogged drains full of garbage and debris. By properly disposing of waste, we ensure free flow in our drains, preventing flooding in developing areas. I thank you as we ask for your support.
Prepárate para la acción de la Premier League en la aplicación Max, disponible a través de Centar. No te pierdas ningún gol. Vive cada partido. Sumérgete en profundidad, entrevistas a jugadores y análisis de expertos. Disfruta del deporte en cualquier momento y en cualquier lugar con la aplicación Max. Para más información, llama al 380-0101.
Keeping our beautiful town of Orange Walk clean is everyone's responsibility. Use sturdy bags, tie them securely, and avoid placing sharp objects inside. By properly bagging your garbage, you're not only making it easier for our sanitation workers, but also helping to prevent litter and keep our environment clean. Let's work together to make a difference. For large disposals, contact us for an evaluation.
A leaked letter has revealed that Elodio Aragon Jr., the standard bearer for the United Democratic Party UDP in Orange Walk East, is resigning from his candidacy just days before the Belize general elections. The letter, dated January 31, 2025, was addressed to Shine Barrow, the party's leader, and outlines Aragon's reasons for stepping down amidst ongoing internal discord within the UDP. In the correspondence, Aragon cited deep and careful analysis of the internal challenges plaguing the party, expressing disappointment in its inability to foster stability despite concerted efforts. We feel that at this time it is untenable and disheartening and not fair to Belizeans and Belize, and especially to the constituents whom we represent, care for, and serve, he stated, underscoring his belief that the party's challenges will not be resolved before the elections. His letter poignantly addressed the issue of party disunity, with Aragon stating, "In light of all the discord and disunity that is happening within the party, I feel that I cannot represent the party in a matter fitting and proper for the people of my constituency." This revelation raises significant concerns about the UDP's cohesion and ability to present a unified front in the approaching elections. Despite his resignation from the candidacy, Aragon emphasized his unwavering support for the UDP, affirming his loyalty as a United Democratic Party supporter and his readiness to serve the people of Belize. "It has been a great honor and pleasure to have served this nation and people, and one that I will always cherish," he wrote, expressing gratitude towards both the party and his constituents. The party now finds itself in a precarious position, tasked with the urgent challenge of selecting a new candidate for Orange Walk East in the lead up to the elections to go up against PUP area Representative Kevin Bernard. Of note is that the Orange Walk East constituency is now considered one of the sure seats for the ruling People's United Party. Via a press release issued this morning, Aragon confirmed his resignation. He states, and we quote, "It is with a heavy heart that I write to inform the Orange Walk East constituency and the nation that the Orange Walk UDP East Executive and committees and myself have decided to withdraw my candidacy from the 2025 general elections. This decision has not been an easy one for me, my executive, and committees, and it is only after deep and careful analysis and consideration of all that has and is transpiring, primarily within the United Democratic Party, that we have decided not to contest this upcoming election. We feel that at this time it is untenable and disheartening to us in the East and not fair to those whom we represent." After thanking the people of Orange Walk East, Aragon thanks the United Democratic Party and the people of Orange Walk East for having given him the great opportunity to serve for the last few years as a candidate for the Orange Walk East constituency. He ends his release by stating that he hopes that he, and we quote, our great United Democratic Party can come together in the near future and continue the work of the people so as to one day be returned to office. I remain a United Democratic Party supporter and continue to be a loyal and faithful UDP and ready to serve you and the people of the East if and when our party resolves its issues. End of quote. The students at Muffles College High School were out of class today as they welcomed the public and other visiting students into their compound for their biennial business and science fair. There was a lot to do inside the high school grounds as students showcased their business ventures as well as science experiments for all to see. Our news team stopped by to see what they had prepared for the public to see this year.
From creative business proposals to exciting science experiments, there was a lot to do and see at Muffles College High School earlier today as students from all levels displayed their hard work and innovative ideas during the school's biennial Science and Business Expo. For the business aspect of today's expo, 3rd and 4th form students were given the task of taking a business concept from an idea to a fully operational business, focusing in areas of business planning, finances, operations, and customer service. As we made our way through the different stalls that were covered in vibrant colors and sporting very interesting names and ideas, we were greeted by excited students who were more than eager to tell us about their different business proposals. One such business was Los Boba Buenos, who were serving boba teas in all flavors and sizes. Fort Farmers Miguel Pren and his team from Mai Tai Refreshers chose a different route, deciding to harness the tropical flavors of Belize to create their fruity drinks. For students in 1st and 2nd form, as well as those in the science field of study, their presentations focus on the scientific method, looking at a wide range of topics, from plants to aerodynamics. 3rd farmer Manat Loluani and her team from Quantum Flux focused on the dynamics of launching a rocket ship, which brings your dream of one day having NASA in Belize closer to reality. And while Quantum Flux sought to bring a new concept to Belize, 2nd formers from the team Aqua Genius are looking to solve a problem close to home, and that is water pollution. Reporting for Ctv3 News, Norma Ruiz.
For the past 11 years, the Charitable Roots Foundation has made waves in the community of Orange Walk by hosting fundraising concerts featuring the iconic music of Bob Marley and other reggae legends. This tradition continues this year as the organization gears up for another exciting event aimed at providing vital support for local families in need. In a recent interview on the Despierta Belize show, Paula Dawson, president of the Charitable Roots Foundation, expressed her enthusiasm for the upcoming concert, highlighting how it is well planned to ensure both entertainment and a sense of community involvement. All fundraisers this year will go towards the medical expenses of little Gia, a 6-year-old girl suffering from sickle cell disease. According to Dawson, the goal is to raise enough funds to help her family meet her medical needs.
Gia is 6 years old and she has sickle cell anemia.
Oh, wow.
And then if you know about the sickness, you know that she has to get blood ever so often, clean the blood and get the platelets go low. And so it's a lot of complications she faces daily, on a daily basis, in regards to sickle cell anemia.
And that has no cure, I believe.
No cure, and it's something that's continuous, you know. So we're here again for that cause to help raise funds for Gia so that she can meet her medical expenses, because everybody knows no amount of money can help you in regard, well, it helps, but you know it's an ongoing process. So yes, while we might raise this money in the next 6 months or so, you know, another expense, because when the blood goes low or something gets infected, so they have to find another, you know, something else pops up in regards to the sickness. So, but we're still grateful. We're thankful to the community for always being there for us, helping us to help somebody. Well, the event will be held at Esports Center. You know, that's the central grounds in the center of town where we usually have it. And like I said, this last year we had a band, but this year we're changing things around. So we'll only have DJs at the event. We also will be having giveaways, our usual giveaways from sponsors, again, like round trip tickets to San Pedro, you know, gift baskets. So that's our usual way of giving back to those in attendance. And so the entrance fee is $10. And if you are interested in tickets, we will be there at the Esports Center the entire day, selling tickets, you know, and setting up tents and different things. So if you want to purchase, you can inbox me. You can go to the Charitable Roots page, and you can also visit us tomorrow morning at the Esports Center. We will be there selling tickets.
Okay, and the price for the tickets?
$10 for the entrance fee.
The concert will feature performances from 4 DJs who will keep the energy high and the crowd engaged. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
El gusano barrenador del Nuevo Mundo representa una amenaza importante para el ganado, las mascotas y los seres humanos. Puede provocar graves pérdidas si no se controla rápidamente. Actualmente no está presente en Belice. Es por eso que la detección temprana es crucial para evitar su propagación. Ayudemos a mantenerlo fuera. No traiga animales de otros países ilegalmente. Si nota gusaneras en heridas inusuales, infórmelo de inmediato. Llame a Baja al 824-4872 o envíe un mensaje de texto al 670-7003. Juntos podemos trabajar para mantener a nuestro país libre del gusano barrenador del Nuevo Mundo y salvar animales. Este mensaje es presentado por Baja, OIRSA, IICA, USDA y el Ministerio de Agricultura, Seguridad Alimentaria y Empresas.
The Miss Darling pageant in coming up, and the event is geared to raise funds for a construction project for the San Jose Nova Palma RC School, the organizers of the pageant. 4 participants ranging from ages 5 to 9 are vying for the crown. Tickets are on sale and the event is scheduled for tomorrow, Saturday. School representatives were under the Spirit of Belize set earlier this morning, and they detailed what to expect.
It's been an area we have been engaged in a feeding program where we are feeding 65 of our students. And we have a shed where they eat, but unfortunately the shed is too small for the number of students that we are catering for.
Okay.
So the fundraiser came about to help to enlarge the shed so we can give better accommodation to our students.
The case we have any extra funding that is given, then we are going to use it to fix the leakages that we have in some of the buildings that are in the compound. Those leakages are of urgent need to fix, but we're trying to find more funding so that we can cover the entire cost of the shed, and then whatever is left, then we put towards another cause, towards another project that is the repair of the ceilings from the building. One of the main things that Palmar is trying to bring out when it comes to this pageant is that nowadays little girls, and looking at women abroad, they bring more to the society than beauty and looks, right? So this talent will focus on this pageant will focus on talent as well as looks. Back in the day, it was monetary. Whomever gets the most money, those are the ones that win. Voting, right? But in this case, we're going to do it a little bit different. So the little girls have worked very hard every day to try practicing how they're going to present their different talents.
Tickets are being sold at $2 and $3 for kids and adults respectively. You can also reserve a seat for $8. Today, farmers from the Orange Walk District participating in the Smallholder Horticulture Empowerment and Promotion SHIP program received practical training on crop selection and the development of a crop calendar to enhance their agricultural practices. The training emphasized selecting crops based on market demand, profitability, and the farmer's familiarity with cultivating those crops. Participants were guided on how to calendarize all aspects of production, from land preparation to harvesting. The production calendar also included daily activities such as collecting market data, tracking production costs, and calculating profits. This hands-on approach is part of the SHIP program's mission to shift farmers' mindsets towards viewing agriculture as a business. By focusing on market-driven production, the program empowers farmers to make informed decisions that improve their profitability and sustainability. The training held at the Yeo Creek Agriculture Station in the Orange Walk District was facilitated by the Ministry of Agriculture's SHIP focal points, Mrs. Catherine Hubb, with assistance from Extension Officers Mr. Miguel Huertas and Mr. Jonathan Carrillo. The farm visited was of Mr. Juan Carrillo and family who are a part of the program. Through initiatives like this, the SHIP program continues to support the development of a resilient and market-oriented agricultural sector. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Monday, February 3rd here on Ctv3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, have a safe and pleasant weekend. Thank you for watching and listening. Good night.